to Jonah Lemiches, and today we're going to have a look at the Queen's Gambit accepted variation. It is not as popular as the Queen's Gambit declined. However, there is interesting play in this position. In this video, we are going to have a look at the opening in general, some tricks and tips, and also ideas in the middle game for both white and black. The opening starts off with d4, black plays d5, c4, and here instead of e6, which we already had a look in the previous video, black takes on c4, and this is called the Queen's Gambit accepted. Here white plays e3, and as you can see, the threat is the bishop capturing the pawn on c4. A piece of advice is it's not possible to hold on to this pawn on c4, and if black tries to do that, they'll fall into serious trouble. One possible continuation, if black tries to hold on to this pawn, is playing b5, and if white plays a4, then black can play a5, a takes b5, and as you can see, the rook is pinned to the pawn and it's not possible for the pawn to retake. Another possible continuation is after a4, black can try c6. Now after c6, white plays a takes b5, c takes b5, and here white plays queen f3, and after this black has to at least forego their knight for play to continue. Possible continuation is knight c6, queen takes c6 check, and bishop d7. And as you can see, just trying to hold on to the c4 pawn, black will lose their knight. So going back to this position in e3, black has to play knight f6, which is a normal developing move, and white takes on c4 with their bishop. e6, knight f3, and here comes c5. Black attacks the center on move 5. The best move here is castling for white. If white doesn't want to castle, they can play d5, which is not a good move because queen takes d1, king takes d1, and bishop takes c5. This is almost a symmetrical position except for the fact that white's king is on d1 and castling rights have been taken off white. So going back to c5, castling is the best option for white, and black plays a6. Now after a6, white has two options. First option is to play a4. The whole point of playing a6 is black wants to play b5 and bring this bishop on b7, taking this nice diagonal. To avoid that, black plays a4, after which knight c6, knight c3, and bishop e7. Another thing which I missed out is that by playing a4, white actually creates a weakness for himself on b4, which the black's knight is able to take advantage of. Say after knight bishop e7, h3, and c takes d4, e takes d4, and as you can see, there's an isolated queen pawn for white. This is not much of an issue in the middle game, but it can be if white doesn't defend this white doesn't attack black, this pawn can be a weakness. So the plans for white is to move develop their bishop and to develop their knight and their rook. This actually gives them some attacking potential. Black, on the other hand, can reposition their knight on d5 and also can move their bishop here and castle kingside, giving more safety for the king. And this is a decent position for both black and white. Going back to a6, another possibility is Bishop b3. Bishop b3 encourages b5, after which white plays a4, b4, and then white plays e4, which is a temporary pawn sacrifice. If black chooses to take on e4 with their knight, black falls into a lot of trouble. Possible continuation is rook e1, knight f6, and then d5. As you can see, the pawn on e6 is pinned to the rook, pinned to the king, and there is sizable attack on black's position. Even though black is up a pawn in this position, there's still more development and more attack on black's position, and I wouldn't like to play black in this position here. So instead of taking on e4 in this position, black can take on d4, after which white can play knight b d2, bishop b7, e5, knight f d7. The plans for white in this position is to take this pawn on d4, develop their other knight, and also develop their bishop, and try to attack black's position as quickly as possible. Black, on the other hand, wants to take this pawn on e5, develop the dark square bishop, and castle kingside, and try to attack white's position. Another significant thing which we need to look at is, even though black is up a pawn, their pawn structure on the queen side is a weakness, and white can take advantage of this as well. I hope you enjoy this video. Like and subscribe our videos, and bye for now.